I was really considering making this video yesterday, but I thought to myself, yo, Lego Rocks, chill, let's wait one more night's sleep, and you can make this video on a Saturday morning after Elias Pettersson and the Växjö Lakers finish up their game against Skellefteå. And I think it was a good decision. And that's because Elias Pettersson is breaking more records as we speak. Let's go through each one of the Växjö Lakers playoff games this season. So if we start things off back in March, in Game 1 of the Brynäs IF versus Växjö Lakers series. Game 1, the Växjö Lakers take in a 4-1 victory over the Brynäs. Elias Pettersson held to 0 points. In Game 2, Växjö loses a game in the playoffs 4-3, and Elias Pettersson once again, he's held to 0 points. Mind you, in these first two games wherein Pettersson didn't get any points, a lot of Canucks fans on Twitter and on the hockey forums, they were talking about how he was legitimately playing well, it's just that the other team, Brynäs, was able to shut him down. So we move over to Game 3. This one is a 4-0 win over the Växjö Lakers against Brynäs, taking a 2-1 lead in the series. Elias Pettersson nets his first point, it is an assist. Then we go over to Game 5, the Växjö Lakers win this one 5-3, giving them a 3-1 lead in the series. This one, Elias Pettersson, he becomes himself again, 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists. Then finally wrapping things up in Game 5, Växjö Lakers win this one 3-0. It is a shutout, and Brynäs is eliminated from the playoffs. Elias Pettersson with 0 points in this one as well. So in these first 5 games of the playoffs, in this first round that the Växjö Lakers played, Elias Pettersson grabbed himself 4 points in a whopping 5 games played. That is not too shabby. So we move over to the second round that the Lakers played. The Växjö Lakers versus the Malmö Redhawks. Game 1 of Växjö versus Malmö. Växjö wins this one 3-2. And is a good victory in regulation and everything. Elias Pettersson nets himself a goal in this one. In Game 2, Växjö wins this one 3-0. And Elias Pettersson, again, grabs himself a point. This time it is an assist. In Game 3, the Växjö Lakers win this one in regulation as well, 3-1, and Elias Pettersson grabs himself another goal. Then, clutching things up with a 3-0 series lead, the Växjö Lakers beat the Malmö Redhawks 2-1 in overtime in Game 4 to seal up the series, a 4-0 win. Elias Pettersson with a goal and an assist, with his goal being the overtime winner, which sent the Växjö Lakers over to the SHL Finals. So we move over to the finals. The Växjö Lakers made it in here. They're facing off against Skellefteå. And this is a series that a lot of people are saying, yeah, Växjö's probably going to win, but Skellefteå is going to put up a fight as well. Everybody was expecting a series that would be kind of close, but still really entertaining. The Game 1 result of Växjö versus Skellefteå in the SHL Finals was 7-0 for Växjö. Let's go through each of these goals and points that were scored. In the first period, Brendan Shinniman gets himself a goal. It's 1-0, 8 minutes in. Just over a minute later, it becomes 2-0. Liam Reddox gets himself a goal. Then in the second period, Robert Rosane opens things up 7 minutes and 52 seconds into the period, assisted by Elias Pettersson. And then, just a minute later, Elias Pettersson grabs himself a goal as well. In the third period, Andrew Kaloff gets himself a goal, as well as Robert Rosane. Once again, Elias Pettersson with the assist, and Daniel Rahimi is there as well. So in this 7-0 victory for the Växjö Lakers in Game 1 against the Skellefteå, Elias Pettersson grabbed himself 3 points. And this is lighting everybody on fire, because everyone is like, what the heck, why was it 7-0? What happened here? And Skellefteå, let's be honest, they just really haven't been showing up to play. I've heard really good things about Skellefteå's goaltender, Joni Ortio, by the way, who a lot of you guys probably know about. Apparently he's been really good, and the fact that he lost 7-0 while still being good really paints a picture on how poorly the Skellefteå was playing in this Game 1. So we move over to Game 2. How's this one going to go? This one was also a Växjö Lakers shutout. This one was 4-0 this time. And if we want to look at this game Elias Pettersson assisted on the very first goal, as well as Robert Rosén. They get the 2 assists on Daniel Rahimi's goal, 1-0 Växjö. Then Elias Pettersson himself, just over 2 minutes later, grabs himself a goal of his own, also assisted by Robert Rosén. And then in the third period, Robert Rosén gets himself 2 more goals, solidifying a 4-point night in Game 2 for Rosén. Absolutely phenomenal performance by him, and Elias Pettersson, of course, supporting staff in this one, still grabs himself 2 points in Game 2. We move over to Game 3, which is today. Or at least it was today. It happened at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because it was like 3:15 over there in Sweden. Whatever. It was a 4-1 win for the Växjö Lakers against Skellefteå, and the Lakers, they take themselves a 3-0 series lead in the finals. This one, 4-1, and if we want to go over all the goals that happened in this one, Elias Pettersson grabs himself the second and the final goal of the game, and he assists on the first one by Oliver Bohm. Elias Pettersson with 3 points in this game right now, and he's really been on fire. If you want to look at his goals, you can find them easily on Twitter. Ryan Bates just posted tweets about them, probably. His empty netter in the third period was very nice. He was able to caress the puck very softly and use his elbow to guard off the defender charging towards him. Even his empty net goals don't look like garbage, and they look fantastic. But other than that, Elias Pettersson has been dominating, absolutely dominating the SHL playoffs. Now, Elias Pettersson sits at 17 points in 12 playoff games. If you want to go to the all-time playoff list for the SHL, Pettersson is first by 4 points. Oscar Moeller on the Skellefteå is second with 13 points. Robert Rosén, who we were talking about, in 9 games played, he's got 12 points, so he's got a lot of points as well. But Elias Pettersson, with 17 points in 12 games played, is first in SHL scoring. With these 17 points, Elias Pettersson is now tied for 19th in most SHL playoff points in one season. If he gets 1 more point to get to 18, he's tied for 10th. If he gets 2 more to 19, he's tied for 7th. If he gets 3 more points to get up to 20, he's 5th. So Elias Pettersson is in really tight company right now. The leader in all-time SHL postseason points is 23, set by Bud Holloway in 2011-2012, and that's all-time. If we want to go to guys who are under 20 years old, Elias Pettersson, he's already up there. He's second with 17. Axel Holmstrom is the guy who owns the first overall spot. He got himself 18 points in 15 games played in 2014-15 playing for Skellefteå. Elias Pettersson needs 2 points in the game tomorrow to beat Holmstrom and to win the under-20 SHL playoff scoring record. With these 3 points in this game today, Elias Pettersson passed Henrik and Daniel Sedin. They were at 14 points themselves. He was tied with them coming into this game earlier today, and now he is above them. 17 points in 12 games. Look at these stats. Axel Holmstrom is 1 point away from Elias Pettersson tying things up, and he's 2 points away from overtaking him to become ultimately the best under-20 player the SHL has ever seen, undeniably. And a lot of people might be saying, yeah, but Växjö is kind of stacked. I mean, like, Robert Rosén, you just talked about how he's really, really good. Shinniman has been fantastic as well. And, like, what's there to be excited about when Elias Pettersson is playing for the best team in the SHL? And that's true. That's a very fair argument to make. But at the same time, you don't decredit Crosby because he's playing on the Pittsburgh Penguins that also has Malkin and Kessel. Crosby is still, acknowledgeably, the best player in the world. And it's the same thing here. Elias Pettersson, despite having the best talent around him, is still the best player in the SHL. He's leading his team in points by far. In the regular season, he led his team in points by far. So, even though he is having a really fantastic supporting staff around him, he's still the best player in the league. He's still the best player on his team. He's still the player that is carrying the Växjö Lakers right now. You don't get 17 points in 12 games and get labeled somebody who's feeding off of their teammates. Because he's breaking records, guys. He's still finding ways to impress people in the postseason with 1 game left in the season. Well, it's really 4, but The way things are going in the series, Växjö's gonna win the game, let's face it. If they don't win, then I just jinxed it, my goodness, I'm sorry. But Elias Pettersson, in all of these playoff games played, the Växjö Lakers have only lost once, and that was the one time they were shut out in the first round. They've taken Game 1 in 7 goals. They took Game 2 in 4 goals. They took Game 3 in 3 goals. So if we want to take a look at how things are going, it's very obvious that Växjö is stacked, and Elias Pettersson is leading the charge. And this is fantastic, because it's showing us all over here that he is a playoff performer just as he's a regular season performer. Things got exemplified even harder. They got amplified as things progressed. 0 points in the first 2 games, okay, that's fine, but he was still playing well. It's just that Brinosh was finding a way to shut him down. But now, he's found his mojo, he's grabbing goals, assists like crazy, 3-point games, 2-point games, he's getting these all the time, and now he's up there, among the best of the best in SHL history. And this is just an exemplification of him being a playoff performer. It's exciting, guys. It's very exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're plus, not just roll, it's like not gaming, and bye.